Gospel of Luke, chapter 1. We're going to start at verse 5. There was in the days, now watch what he say right here. There was in the days of Herod, the king of Judea. So he done got his facts mixed up because, he done messed around with this census, this text in chapter 2. So he don't know when it's taking place. But it even tell you in the Gospel of Luke that he was going around, he had to ask, he wasn't there. The person who wrote this wasn't there. He wasn't an eyewitness. He tell you that in the book right before this that he had to ask around, But when you go to chapter 5, verse 5 of chapter 1. There was in the days of Herod the king of Judea a certain priest named Zacharias. This is the father of John the Baptist, of the course of Abijah, and his wife was of the daughters of Aharon, and her name was Elizabeth. And they were both righteous before God, walking in all the commandments and ordinances of the Lord, blameless. And they had no children, because that of Elizabeth was barren, and they were both now well stricken in years. So his parents, John the Baptist's parents, are real old. After he's born, if his parents is old, then chances are that what's going to happen? They're going to die soon after he's born. It told you that the Essenes raised other people's children. I just read that out of Josephus. So, if they raise other people's children, and John the Baptist's parents was old, what does that tell you? And he was teaching the same things they were teaching, and he was baptizing people, and that's what the Essenes would do. They would baptize people. They would immerse people in water. Now, I'm gonna go to speaking of the baptism. We're gonna go to Matthew chapter 3, and we're gonna start at verse 13. Then cometh Jesus from Galilee to Jordan unto John to be baptized of him. Now notice, go back to chapter 3 verse 6, and it tell you people was going to get baptized and they were confessing their sins. Now John was out here baptizing for the remission of sins, but it tells you that in verse 13 that Jesus went to go get baptized by him. So what he doing going to get baptized by him? If he the son of God and all this, and he ain't, he the one supposed to be baptized, John, really, as John said right there. Right? So go to Luke chapter 3 and verse number 3. This is John the Baptist. And he came into all the country about Jordan, preaching the baptism of repentance for the remission of sins. You ain't got no sins, you ain't got to get baptized. So this brother, who you so-called Jesus Christ, he ain't what the church has been teaching you, man. They've been lying to you. This brother was a part of the order. He was down with the Essenes. Now we gonna go back to Matthew. I'm gonna show you something. Let's go to Matthew chapter 10. First of all, this ain't for no crackers. This ain't for no Gentiles. It ain't for nobody. This is for the children of Israel. Ain't no gospel to no goddamn Gentiles. All right? Ain't no gospel to no motherfucking Gentiles. You understand that? And like I said, if a Gentile want to come to this, whatever, and you want to leave, you a Gentile, you want to leave alone that bullshit that your fathers done taught you, that's in the book of Jeremiah. But as far as what the Christian church is trying to teach, as far as, the Gentiles and everything like that is what some of you cats are teaching, and the gathering of Christ and all that, light and body church and all that. Look, that's a lie, because you teaching, first of all, you preaching the New Testament, and that's a lie, and we're gonna go into that as well. Let's go to Matthew chapter 10. We're gonna start at verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold nor silver nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet stays, for the workman is worthy of his meat. Now, I'm going to show you something. In the paragraph, Josephus' Wars of the Jews, once again, book 2, chapter 8. This is the 3rd paragraph, talking about the Essenes. These men are despisers of riches, and so very... Hold up. These men are despisers of riches, go to Matthew chapter 19, verse 23. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. So, you got to despise riches, man. You got to flat despise riches. Now, I'm going to show you something else. Back to what we were saying, the main idea. Notice when he sent his apostles out, he told them, don't take nothing. You ain't got to take nothing. Nor is there anyone to be found among them who have more than another, for it is a law among them that those who come to them must let what they have be common to the whole order, insomuch that among them all there is no appearance of poverty or excess of riches, but everyone's possessions are intermingled with every other's possessions. And so there is, as it were, one patrimony among all the brethren. So these brothers would just do what? They give to the whole group. They give. It wasn't no individuals. Look at when you go to the 4th paragraph, Josephus said this about it. They have no one certain city, but many of them dwell in every city. And if any of their sect come from other places, what they have lies open for them. Notice Matthew chapter 10, the very next verse after the one I didn't read, after the one that I just read, the very next one. This is verse 11. And into whatsoever city or town ye shall enter, do what? Inquire who in it is worthy. What did he talk about? He talking about find your brothers. That's part of this scene. Ask around who's part of this scenes in this group, in this city. And there abide till ye go thence. Now, Josephus says what they have lies open for them, just as if it were their own, and they go into such as they never knew before, as if they had been ever so long acquainted with them. For which reason they carry nothing at all with them when they travel into remote parts, though still they take their weapons with them for fear of thieves.